Okay, let's start with section B. Differentiate cos inverse 1 minus x square with respect to x. Okay, so for this sum, what we will do is we'll directly differentiate it. We know what is d by dx of cos inverse of x. The derivative of cos inverse of x is minus 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square, but instead of x we have 1 minus x square, so instead of x we'll have to substitute 1 minus x square. So the derivative of cos inverse of 1 minus x square should be negative 1 of divided by square root of 1 minus x square the whole square. All right, and then we'll have to derivate 1 minus x square as well. So if I do that, what I am left with is I'll have to open this bracket. This will give me square root of 1 minus 2x square plus x raised to 4, right? And derivative of 1 minus x square, it is minus 2x. So if I multiply minus 2x with minus 1, what I get is 2x in the numerator, and in the denominator if I open the bracket, what I get is square root of 1. This 1 and this minus 1 will get cancelled. This will become plus, this will become minus. I can take x square common and it comes out of the root. So what remains is x and square root of 2 minus x square. This is what remains, right? Okay, so now we can eliminate x, and the answer is 2 divided by square root of 2 minus x square. This is the answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 4. Find a vector in the direction of a bar. A bar is equal to I cap minus 2j cap. It has magnitude of 7 units. A vector in this direction will be given by a cap, and it should have a magnitude of 7 units, so it should be 7 a cap. So I have to find the value of 7 a cap. That's the question. So that is 7 times a cap will be a bar upon magnitude of a bar. So that will be 7 times I cap minus 2j cap divided by magnitude of I cap minus 2j cap will be square root of coefficient of I cap, which is 1 square, plus coefficient of j cap ka square, which is minus 2 square. So the answer should be 7 times I cap minus 2j cap divided by square root of 1 square plus minus 2 square is square root of 5. This is the answer. Next question. Find the inverse of. Okay, this is very simple. First find out the magnitude. Okay, first find out the magnitude. So magnitude of this, let us say that this is matrix A, then the magnitude of this matrix would be, or determinant of this matrix will be 4 minus of minus 3. So the magnitude is 1. That means determinant of A is 1. Next, find the cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix, let us say it is AC. So the cofactor matrix will be what is the minor of this element? It is 2. What is the minor of minus 3? It is minus 1. What is the minor of minus 1? It is minus 3. And finally, what is the minor of this last element, 2? It will be this one, which is 2. After that, I will have to change the sign of these two terms. So this will give me 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay. So cofactor matrix is this. Adjoint of this would be transpose of cofactor. So because we require adjoint, right? Because A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. So adjoint will be transpose of this. So transpose will be 2 1 3 2, right? So this is the adjoint, and this divided by the determinant is the inverse. Determinant we have already found out, it is 1. So this divided by 1 is nothing but the same matrix. So I will just remove this. I'll remove this, and what I'm getting is A inverse. So this should be the value of A inverse. Okay, let's move on to next question. That is, write converge inverse contrapositive of the following. If voltage increases, then current decreases. If current increases, okay, if voltage increases, it should be P. Current decreases should be Q. So converse will be Q conditional P. So first current decreases. So if current decreases, then voltage increases. Okay, I've written downward facing arrow as decrease, upward facing arrow as increase. So if current decreases, voltage increases is converse. Inverse is negation P conditional negation Q. So that should be if voltage does not increase, this not should come. If voltage does not increase, then the current does not decrease. Current does not decrease. This is going to be inverse. And the last one is contrapositive. So contrapositive should be contrapositive. Let me write it over here. Contrapositive will be negation Q conditional negation P. So that should be if current does not decrease, if current does not decrease, the current does not decrease, then voltage does not increase. Voltage does not increase. So that is negation Q conditional negation P. Okay, next question. If 3I plus 5K, okay, I want to find the volume of parallelopipe. Volume of parallelopipe will be determinant of I, J, K, coefficients of I, J, K. This is the first edge, so the coefficients of this edge would be 3, 0, 5, because there is no J cap. I'll write 0 in place of J cap. For the second coterminous edge, it will be 4, 2, minus 3, and for the third one, it should be 3, 1, 4. Now I've noticed many students, they don't know how to write, how to solve determinants. I'm surprised. So I'll solve it now in front of you. So this is 3 multiplied by 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, minus 3 times 1, which is minus 3, plus plus 5 times this one. This is the minor, that is 4 times 1. 4 times 1 is 4, minus 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And where did this 0 has gone? Nowhere. It is there, but we don't have to write it, because 0 multiplied by the minor of this element is still 0. So you don't have to write it. Forget it. So all you have is these two terms to solve. So the answer should be 3 times 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is how much? 11. And this will be 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Minus 2 times 5 is minus 10. So this should be 33 minus 10, which is 23 cubic units. Cubic units. This term is very important. Cubic units. So the answer is 23 cubic units. I don't know why, but many students have not answered this question correctly. Next, find the approximate value of 64.1. Okay, this is a lengthy sum, little lengthy sum, but the concept is very simple. I will write root 64.1 as 64 plus 0.1. Okay, then I will take a function f of x as under root of x. Why? Because this is the number, this is the variable. So I will put x in terms of 64.1, that should be root of x. I will take its derivative. Derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x, right? Next I will say that, let us say 64 is equal to a and h is equal to 0.1. So this entire function is now f of a plus h, that is root of 64 plus 0.1. Next, f of a then automatically becomes root of 64 and h is 0.1. Root of 64 is how much? 8. Now all the terms are there, so I just have to all I have to use is this formula, which is okay, one last term is remaining, right? F dash of x, that is f dash of a. F dash of a ka matlab, in place of x I'm going to substitute the value of x, which is a, and the value of a is 64. So that should be 1 upon 2 root 64. 1 upon 2 root 64 is 1 upon 2 into 8, that is 1 upon 16. Now all the terms are here. Now I'm going to use the formula directly. I'm going to write it up here. The formula is very simple. It is root of 64, that is f of a plus h will be equal to f of a plus h times f dash of a. So the answer should be 8 plus h. How much is h? 0.1. 0.1 is 1 upon 10. I'm directly writing it as 1 upon 10 times f dash of a. F dash of a is 1 upon 16. You can pause the video, look for all these terms, and then solve it. Calculation, do the calculation on your own. The answer should be around 8.00625, because 1 upon 16. Now here you should, I don't know if you guys know how to solve reciprocals, but I think you should always remember the reciprocals right from 1 by 1 to 1 upon 20. Revise it, memorize it, whatever. 1 upon 16 is 0.625. 0.0625, sorry. So 1 upon 16 into 1 upon 10 should be 0.0625. 0.0625. So if you add this to 8, you get 8.00625. So that should be the answer. Okay, I would advise you to memorize the reciprocals from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20. It's very simple. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next question. Oh, where is the next question? Next question is, oh, this is the next question, right? Y is log of x. First of all, find the derivative of log of x. That should be 1 upon log x times d by dx of log x. So this should be the first derivative. What is d by dx of log x? It is 1 upon x. So this is 1 upon x into log x. Okay, so dy by dx, the first derivative is very clear. It is x log x. I can write this as x log x raised to minus 1. the entire thing raised to minus 1. Now I have to take the derivative once again for this. Let me write it over here. So what was the question? Dy by dx. This is dy by dx. Dy by dx is equal to d by dx of x log x raised to minus 1. This is minus 1 into x log x to the power minus 1 times d by dx of this inner function, which is x log x. So here I have to use u into v, d by dx of u into v, that is u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. So the answer is minus 1. This is x log x raised to minus 2, so I can write it over here. X log x raised to minus 2 will become x log x the whole square times d by dx of u into v, that is u is equal to x, so u into derivative of v, derivative of log x is 1 by x, plus v is what, log x, this is v, times derivative of u, derivative of x is 1, so I don't have to write it over there, anything over there. X gets cancelled, it is, you get 1 plus log x. So this should be 1 plus log x over here. 1 plus log x. You can keep it as it is if you want, or else you can write it as minus 1 plus log x divided by x log x the whole square. This should be the answer. Okay. Next question, we'll solve it. Give 5 minutes, solve all these questions, then we'll go back and take next question.